what am I looking for? Am I looking for purely something to receive, or am I looking for an opportunity also to pour into something? And I think that's a big part of, if I'm purely looking for relationship as something to receive from, then I'm only seeing half of the picture. And I need to see it as also an opportunity to utilize the things that God has given to me or to you as an individual to pour into someone else or into a relationship.
Good. Vico, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think it could be that they have such a different opinion to my opinion, the other people, or that it molds me, what they are, how they are going to affect me. And it's like I'm chopping my trees in my balcony, and don't go that way and cut that out. And actually they become looking much better that way when you do that. But yeah, it's a lot of people are hurt and have hard times in their lives, and of course we want happy relationships mostly, who wouldn't want that, but they may be consuming, and yeah.
I think in summary actually of what both of you have said, it's when I'm born, I take my first breath and it's all about me. It's all about me. Babies, it's all about them. And all of a sudden the process begins right there at birth of, no, it's not all about you. And it's relating to my mom and my dad and my siblings. Without them, I'm not provided for. Without them, I don't know how to speak, how to behave, how to function. And of course, the Lord designed it that way. He designed relationship and family. So I have to let go of me. And I think what both Pastor Ray and Pastor Vico said really summarizes that it's not comfortable for me to let go of me. I have to allow myself to be aware of others, to give, as well as be aware of others and humbly receive. It's not always easy to receive.
Other comments?
I think one of the challenges is if we really have a genuine friendship, that's what we desire, it means we have to be very vulnerable and transparent about who we are. And that's scary, right? Because we know how unworthy we are. We know when we have failed, sinned, we can often feel like ashamed even. What if people find out what I'm really like? Then they'll probably reject me. And so in that insecurity and that maybe even shame, we're not willing to go deep with people. And so our relationships are very superficial rather than truly friendship at a deeper level.
So we're staying in the safe spaces rather than hazarding the depths of relationship. Go ahead, Ann.
I wonder if during COVID, a lot of people just turned to social media as a sort of a counterfeit for real relationships. And it's always nice to have that when you can't do anything else. But things happen online. Things happen in real life that can't happen online.
Right.
And things happen online that can be very devastating in our world. People put up videos on TikTok and then they get jeered at and made fun of, and people are brutal in their interactions on a lot of the social media, especially with the kids.
Right.
And so I think that it creates almost an artificial social climate that makes people want to just recoil.
Yeah.
And I really believe that God wants us to move out of that and get back into contact.
So we're naturally vulnerable already. That idea of vulnerability is already scary to us. that new environment makes it even scarier to step out and to embrace other people. What are some answers to being able to be vulnerable in relationship? How do we step beyond ourselves? I know this isn't in the questions that we prepared, guys. How do we step into that reality of friendship being a place that's awkward, potentially we're exposing who we are. We're wanting to go deeper and beyond the surface. How do we do that? What are some keys that we could offer to be able to step into the messiness of relationship, knowing that it's going to require stuff from me that is awkward or difficult to give? How do I do that?
I've been in a lot of circles where one person in the group of, let's say, a dozen people will suddenly be very vulnerable and open up about something very scary about that person's life, and they confess their sin to the group. And I've seen that open the door for others to then be vulnerable and transparent. And who's the first one to be courageous enough to start that conversation? And those friendships go deep when that happens. I can tell you, among various leaders that I've gathered with who have been the most vulnerable, I feel the closest to. They're real to me. I want to be that person's friend because I know I'm getting the real person.
That's good. Other thoughts? Let's just keep going and we'll maybe circle back to that idea.